I find out my spouse has a child from before we met. I struggle with jealousy and the challenge of blending our families. As I sat on the couch scrolling through social media, a message popped up on my screen from my husband, Mark. It read, "Hey, can we talk when you get home from work? It's important." My heart started to race as I began to imagine all the possible reasons he could be reaching out to me. Did he lose his job? Was he sick? Did he want a divorce? I couldn't shake the feeling of dread that washed over me. When I arrived home, Mark was sitting at the kitchen table with a somber look on his face. I sat down across from him, my mind racing with anxiety. Before I could even utter a word, he blurted out, "I have a child from before we met." My jaw dropped as I tried to process what he had just told me. A child? How could he keep such a big secret from me? I felt a wave of jealousy wash over me as I imagined this mysterious child disrupting our perfect little family. Mark explained that he had a brief relationship in college that resulted in a child, but he had lost touch with the mother and had no idea where they were now. He had only recently found out about the existence of the child and was trying to track them down. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. How could he have kept this from me for so long? I felt betrayed and hurt, but at the same time, I knew I had to be supportive of Mark as he navigated this new revelation. Over the next few weeks, Mark worked tirelessly to track down his long-lost child. He pored over old yearbooks, scoured social media, and even hired a private investigator to help in his search. I tried to be understanding, but I couldn't shake the feeling of jealousy that consumed me. When Mark finally located his child, a 10-year-old boy named Liam, my jealousy reached a whole new level. I couldn't bear the thought of sharing my husband's love and attention with another woman's child. I felt like I was being replaced, like I wasn't good enough for him anymore. As Mark began to spend more and more time with Liam, I found myself seething with resentment. I resented the child for coming into our lives and disrupting the perfect little family we had built. I resented Mark for keeping such a big secret from me. And most of all, I resented myself for feeling so petty and jealous. One day, as I sat alone in our empty house, I finally hit rock bottom. I realized that my jealousy was eating me alive, and if I didn't find a way to overcome it, it would destroy our marriage. I knew I had to find a way to blend our families and make room in my heart for this new addition. I reached out to a therapist for help, and together we worked through my feelings of jealousy and insecurity. I learned to see Liam not as a threat, but as a precious little boy who needed love and support. I saw the way Mark's face lit up when he talked about his son, and I knew that this child was a part of him that I couldn't ignore. Slowly but surely, I began to embrace Liam as my own. I took him under my wing, showering him with love and affection. I helped him with his homework, played games with him, and even tucked him into bed at night. As I watched him grow and flourish under my care, I felt a sense of fulfillment and joy that I had never experienced before. One evening, as our blended family sat around the dinner table laughing and sharing stories, I looked at Mark with tears in my eyes. "I'm sorry for being so jealous and petty," I said. "I love Liam as if he were my own, and I can't imagine our lives without him." Mark smiled and took my hand in his. "I love you more than ever," he said. "And I'm so grateful for your willingness to open your heart to our son." As I basked in the warmth of my newfound family, I realized that overcoming my jealousy had been the best decision I had ever made. I had learned that love knows no bounds, and that blending our families had only brought us closer together. And as we all sat together under the warm glow of the setting sun, I knew that we were a stronger, more united family because of it.